Today we are joined together. You, me, everyone came together only for the purpose of understanding the civil services, the importance of civil services. Why the youth of India who are from the 20 years of age to 32 years of age, 12 years, who are in the range of 12 years, and who are up to OBC and SC/ST categories also, approximately up to 37 years. You have to know about the civil services, the greatest examination of India. The civil services, which can transform a common man, which can transform an average man into a civil servant, the servant for the civilians, the servant for the people, not for the government, for the people, the civilian servant for the people. You are going to serve the people. How? That session I am going to start now. What is civil services examination? What is civil services examination? As I told you, the youth of India compulsory should know about this examination. What this exam is going to give us, why we have to know, why we have to prepare, why we have to aspire to become the civil servant of the country is all about today's session. My dear students, my dear friends, for 1 hour, give your valuable time. I will explain you why you have to know about the civil services, how you need to prepare for civil services, how to crack the civil services, and how you can serve the people, your people. You can serve me also. Why? Because if you become an IAS officer, I will become your civilian. You can give the services to me as an administrator of the district where I am living. So what is that opportunity, sir? That I am going to discuss now. 1 hour. Be patient. Don't be negative. Be positive. Be determined. Be committed. Listen with me. Listen me. Be with me. For the 60 minutes, compulsory, some transformation, some knowledge you are going to get. Some knowledge you are going to get. You are not going to waste your 60 minutes of the time. I am promising you. So, what is civil services examination? What is civil services examination? The civil services examination history starts from British India by the name called as Indian Civil Services. Mainly to work for the interests of the British, mainly for the benefit of the British. Only Britishers were being selected as the Indian civil servants, ICS services. So from British India, it transformed into post-independent India, independent India. Then the services, the names were being changed. Like police service were being changed as Imperial Police, Indian Civil Service name has been changed to Indian Administrative Service, then Imperial Police, the name has been changed to Indian Police Service. Now, today, for the civil services examination, 23 posts are there under the civil services examination. 23 posts, starting with IAS, IPS, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Revenue Service, Income Tax, Indian Revenue Service, Customs and Service Taxes, IRDS, IRAS, IRPS, Indian Audit and Account Service, Armed Police Services. Likewise, overall 23 services were being there. People will be aspiring for IAS, some people will be aspiring for IPS, some people will be aspiring for IRS Customs, some people will be aspiring for IRS Customs and GST, some people will be aspiring for IRS and Income Tax. In that way, numerous services were being built under this examination, a single examination called as Indian Civil Services Examination, or simply called as UPSC CSE, Union Public Service Commission Civil Services Examination. For that elite examination of to become an IAS officer, to become an Indian Police Service Officer, to become an Indian Revenue Service Officer Income Tax, to become Indian Revenue Services Customs and GST Officer, to become Indian Audit and Account Service. In that way, the line goes on for the 23 posts, one exam, this exam, Indian Civil Services Examination. to serve directly the people. As an agent of the government, the people, the officers will be directly serving the people. Why? Because the government cannot serve. Who is the government? The Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, or the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister, and the state government is called as government. They cannot directly serve the people. So to serve the people, there are civil servants by the name called as Indian Administrative Service Officer, Indian Police Service Officers. In that way, there is All India Service Officers are there, as well as central civil servants are also there to serve the people, to work for the people, for the benefit of the people. That is why it is called as civil services. That is why it is called as civil services. Means you are going to serve the civilians, the common people. The common people you are going to serve. The civilians you are going to serve as an agent of government by the policies made by the government. सबको पता चलना चाहिए. The exam itself is making a common man, an average man. The man who come from very, very lower cadre, who come from lower socially and economically backward person can become a bureaucrat, can become a civil servant. एक opportunity देता है common man को, मेरे जैसे आदमी को, आपके जैसे आदमी को. मैं भी 4 बार में 3 बार इंटरव्यू गया था. So it gives an opportunity to tap, to enter into the civil services. So everyone should know about the civil services. The second question is, why youth must prepare for civil services? Yes. Why you should prepare for the civil services? Why? Because there is a concept called as give back. What you took from the society, give it to them back. Only by 2 things you can give it. By the service. By the service to the people, by the service to the society, by service to the nation, or making the nation proud by becoming a cricketer, or by becoming a Nobel laureate, by becoming a scientist, or else by serving the people. So now the civil services will help you. The civil services will help you to serve the people, to serve the society. What is society? The combination of people is called a society. A group of people coming together is called a society. So the society where you are born, the society which gave you everything. So giving back, how you will give back? By serving them. What is the best model to serve them? Civil services is the best model to serve them. Civil services is the best model to serve them. Who can serve the better? The youth can serve the better, not the children, not the adults. The youth can serve the better. So the youth who have the age, who are in the age category between 20 years and 32 years, it's a golden opportunity for you people. What is the qualification required? You have to be a graduate. Your age should be minimum 21 years. That's it. You should be a citizen of India. These are the 3 criteria which is given by Union Public Service Commission. You don't want your history, you don't want your schooling, you don't want anything. Graduation hai, 21 years hai, Indian का citizen है, बस चलो आ जाओ अप्लाई करो यूपीएससी एग्जाम के लिए. आपको भी चांस देते हैं. Everyone under the Article 16, equal employment opportunities for every citizen of the country without any discrimination based upon the religion, caste, gender, race. बस आपके पास क्या चाहिए? 3 चीज चाहिए. ग्रेजुएट होना चाहिए. Not necessary you should be an engineer, not necessary you should be a doctor, not necessary you are an IIM graduate from the CAT. No, these are all myths. A common government college degree student also can can clear the examination. Lot of testimonials are there, lot of examples are there. I will tell you, my own students got the ranks. So for this purpose of serving the society, you have to prepare for civil service. You have to know about the civil services. If not civil services, you can do NGO also. If not NGO, you can also enter into the politics. Yes. Obviously, the politics is the best opportunity. So when you cannot enter into the politics, when you cannot go into the NGO, the best opportunity where you can work hard and get into the services, civil services. Why? Because you yourself should work. It's your body which should bend and study. It's your mind which should work hard, which should concentrate. Means your body is under your control. You can become a civil servant. Is it not easy? Whereas politics, it is not in our hands. They might vote or they might not vote. People, we are dealing with people, but civil services, it's you. The future is under your control. If you want to become an IAS, it depends upon you. If you don't want to become an IAS, it depends upon you. If you want to work hard, it depends upon you. If you don't want to work hard, it depends upon you. It's you who can make the decision to become an IAS and IPS, not the other persons. Like a sportsman, if he run fast, he will get the success. If he train properly, he will get the success. If you study hard, you will become an IAS. It's you. That is the reason, middle class people, lower middle class people, they will come into this civil services preparation. Why? Because they don't have the opportunity, the best opportunity to grow is civil services preparation. To show to the society, yes, my family छोटा family नहीं है, हम भी बड़े लोग हैं, हम काम करके पढ़ाई करके बनने वाले हैं ब्यूरोक्रेट कंट्री का. So for that purpose, you need to know about the civil service. Career in civil services, perks of IAS, IPS officers, etc. What? Keep the salary aside. Keep the cars which you will get if you become an IAS officer as a government vehicle. Keep aside the 3 to 4 employees you will be getting for your personal sake. Keep aside. You can serve the people. Number one. Number two, you will get a lot of privilege. You will become unique in the district. Your family respect will increase like anything at a sudden jerk of rank in the civil services examination in UPSC website. Your family, your society will bend for you. All the equations will change at a moment. Rishtedar, dost, everyone suddenly they change. The people who are vomiting the venom, they will show, and they vomit the flowers on you. The total equations will change once you crack the examination. That is the perk you are going to get. And if I come to salary, average 1 lakh you will get, government vehicle you will get, security you will get 2-3 workers under you, you will get the government bangla, lot of things. Obviously you will get all these. But apart from this material benefits, non-material benefits which you are going to get, the respect from the society. For the next 3 generations, they will live by telling your name. मेरी बहन था IAS officer. मेरा रिश्तेदार में एक IAS officer है. My grandson is an IAS officer. Or my grandfather is an IAS officer. Your grandsons will tell. That is what the status, the privilege you are going to get. And you can serve the people also. I am telling you, this privilege, this respect, a common man cannot get it. Like me, you, that's why I prepared hard, very hard. A common man, average man. From a Naxal affected district, I am from Warangal district. I am telling you an example. From the government college I did. No support from the family. Out of the 4 attempts, I went to UPSC interview 3 times and my students got a lot of ranks. Why you will not get? What kind of change a bureaucrat can do in the society being an IAS, IPS or Indian Foreign Services officers? Yes. What type of transformation? We will be listening a lot of stories. Durga Nagpal, IAS officer. Gandham Chandrudu of Andhra Pradesh. He is changing the names of the SC/ST colonies. There is a very beautiful IAS officer by my name, Vishnu, who the colonies are named after him. My colleague Krishna, he is also from Kerala cadre. IPS officer Shiva Prakash. Uttar Kannada district IPS officer, SP, who are transforming the society, who are working for the society. The only thing which you can do is, yes, at least one person life is going to change. It's a very great achievement. Your birth itself is an achievement. Why? Because you transform the life of one person. Like that, you are going to get the opportunity to transform at least 10 lakh people in your total service if you work genuinely, if you work honestly, if you work ethically. Yes, the transformation of life, development, welfare. Yes, the government is making the schemes, proper implementation is there. If you implement properly, if law and order problem is there, if you are going to solve the problem of law and order, if revenue collection is stopped, if you are going to do the proper revenue collection, if you are going to raid rich people who are not paying the taxes, yes, the revenue of the country is going to change. The revenue of the country is going to increase, which you can use for the development purpose, which can use for welfare purpose. Directly or indirectly, you are going to help the society. You are going to help your country. Yes, if you are moral, if you are ethical, yes, there will be transformation of life. Not one person, 10 lakh people in your total career of your civil services, you can transform approximately 10 lakh people. If you are honest, if you are moral, if you are ethical, that transformation. As Gandhi told, if you want to see the transformation, first you be the transformation. Who are eligible for civil services? Already I answered this. A graduate, minimum years of 21 years of age with graduation certificate, plus Indian citizen. No need for graduation also. Third year graduate student can also apply for the civil services exam. And the process will be, I will tell you, the process for becoming a civil services is 3 steps will be there. 3 steps: prelims, mains, interview. These 3 will be there: prelims, mains, and interview. Pre, mains, interview. Prelims is only qualifying nature. If you clear prelims, you will get the eligibility to write the mains. And the marks which you get in mains and interview will determine your rank. So this is only qualifying in nature, whereas this and this both are determines your rank. So the more focus should be on this. This will be for 1750 marks. 1750 marks, which consists of 7 papers. General studies 3 papers, GS1, GS2, GS3. 4th paper is ethics paper. 5th paper is general essay paper, 5 together 1250, and 2 papers will be their optional papers, which is scoring subject for everyone. So one optional you have to choose. 1250 into 7 papers, 1750 marks for mains. And interview will be for 275. So plus mains plus interview together is 2025. If you cross 2025 marks, yes, your rank will be determined based upon the competition. Approximately from the last 5 years, minimum average 800 posts are there, of which 150 are IAS, 150 are IPS, another 150 or 100 are IRS, IAS. So overall, it is 800 posts are there from the government of India for this recruitment drive. So the total post will be 800. In this 150 will be IAS post, 150 will be IPS post, 100 IRS, another 100 IRS customs and GST, and another 50 Indian audit and account service like. So based upon the merit which you get in this mains and interview, your rank will be determined. Whereas this prelims is only qualifying nature, which consists of 2 papers, GS, CSAT. General studies, total general studies will be. Whereas CSAT, second paper is CSAT, only minimum qualifying. When you minimum qualify in CSAT, then they will evaluate the GS. From the GS, who is in the top 12,000, 3,000, they will be writing the mains. And the mains of 13,000 people will be writing the mains, from which only 2,500 will be selected for interview. Based upon the marks of mains and interview, your rank will be determined. This is the process of examination. So again, I am telling you, in this mains, 7 papers are very, very important. 7 papers. GS1, General Studies 1, which is Geography and History and Society. General Studies 2, it is about Indian governance, international relations and polity. GS3 about Indian economy, internal security and science and technology. GS4 is ethics. Essay paper, 2 essays you have to write, 250 into 5, 1250. Optional papers will be there. 25 optional papers are there. 25 plus optional papers are there with respect to literature. Any one optional you have to take. The popular options are like PSIR, Political Science, International Relation, Anthropology, Public Administration, Geography. Likewise, popular options are there where most of the people will be selecting from this. So from that 250, 252 papers will be there, 500 marks for optional. If you get very good marks in optional, it's sure that you are going to get the service. Why? Because average marks everyone will get in GS1, GS2, GS3. Ethics, essay and optional. These 4 are optional 1 and optional 2. Ethics and essay are determining papers. The same general studies which you are studying in prelims will be in GS1, GS2 and GS3. And for more clear description in my YouTube channel, total examination pattern is there. You can watch it. Is civil services hard? Yes. Is civil services hard? Is civil services tough? Is civil services impossible to crack? No, never. Civil services examination is tough, hard, impossible. When you know, when means when you don't have a proper guide, when you don't have a proper mentor, when you don't have a proper teacher, 100% it is going to be tougher, it is going to be hard, if it is going to be impossible. If there is a teacher who is a bluff master, then also it will be a tough. So yes, the examination is tough, and the government of India told that India's toughest examination is civil services examination. Not only that, Asia's toughest examination is also Indian civil services examination. Tough, hard, impossible when you don't have proper guide, when you don't have proper mentor, when you don't have proper educator, 100% it is tough. Again, who is guide, sir? Your senior can be your guide. Your brother who is having experience can be your guide. Your teacher can be your guide. Who will tell that, read this beta, don't read this all, read this. This is examination point of view. Oh, this topic you are unable to understand. I will tell you. In this way, you have to study. In this way, you should not study. In this way, the teacher who is going to, or the brother who is going to be, or a guide who is going to be, or a sister who is going to explain you, then the examination is going to become opposite of hard, opposite of tough, opposite of yes. Yes. If you don't have a proper guidelines, if you don't have proper knowledge on the subject, if you don't have a proper guidance, if you don't have a handhold approach, then 100% it is tough examination. 100% you cannot clear prelims. Leave about mains, you cannot clear prelims. A lot of students are there in Ashok Nagar and Rajendra Nagar of Delhi, in Ashok Nagar of Hyderabad. From 4 attempts, 5 attempts who are writing, but they are not clearing the prelims. Yes. So 2 things are necessary, not only guide, mentor or teacher, your determination also, your commitment also, both should go hand in hand. You should be very strongly determined. Yes, मुझे किसी भी वास्ते मुझे IAS बनना है, मेरा नंबर आना चाहिए, मेरा रैंक आना चाहिए, क्योंकि the posts are only 800. You have to be in the top 800. If you want to be in the top 800, you have to. If you want to shine like a sun, you need to burn like a sun. And there should be a teacher, there should be a guide, there should be elder who should pump fuel into you. A continued motivation should be given. Then there is a chance that you can get All India rank 1 also. There's a chance that yes, who got today All India rank 1, who are below rank 10, they did not expect it that they will get rank 1. Yes. You prepare for rank 1, you will be in top 100. You prepare for top 100, you will be in the list. If you prepare for being in the list, you will get interview call. If you work for interview call, you will be in the mains list. So prepare for All India rank 1, you will be in below 100 rank. If you want to work hard for the best, no. If you want to shine, shine like the best. Why you want to compromise with your life? Never. Struggles will come, people will throw, people will shout, people will criticize. Yes, you have to be strong. This examination also depends upon your attitude, your willpower, your commitment, your dedication. Yes, it's not easy. 100% is not easy. It depends upon your commitment. People will laugh at you. है ये क्या बनेगा आईएएस, इसका बाप देखो कैसा है, इसका फैमिली देखो, आईएएस आने के लिए ऐसा वाला फैमिली चाहिए, इसको कौन पढ़ाएगा? In spite of the criticism, in spite of the stones thrown at you, you have to be strong, then you can. Yes. Any successful story didn't become like this. Never. There will be a struggle. Yes, common example. Everyone will see the, everyone will see the success. But there is a lot of story here. This is the water. This is the success which we are seeing. But this is the struggle which is there. Beneath the surface. Beneath the surface. This much hard work if you put, your success will be visible. Then the people will come near you. They will wait for your phone call. Yes. A time will come, your classmate, your rishtadar, your relatives will feel proud to tell that he mera banja hai or he mera bhai hai. He is my friend, she is my friend. The glory, and you will not stop there. When you become an IAS officer, you will be getting the visions. Oh, the life is like this, the life is like this. You will be changing, you will be growing. One day you might become politician also, like Yashwant Sinha. You can become a finance minister also. Puducherry Chief Minister Narayan Swamy, IAS officer. So it is a stepping stone to grow big. Yes. For this, we are coming up with the scholarship test. We are coming up with this scholarship test. We are going to start GS Parivartan batch, General Studies Parivartan batch, where the total prelims cum mains we will be taking care 1,000+ hours of classes, 1,000+ classroom hours we are going to teach nowhere in India. And the big team had made a video also in our YouTube video. Who are all the teachers? The best of the best teachers from India are teaching at GS Parivartan prelims cum mains batch. For that batch, next Sunday, 13th June, afternoon 2 p.m. to 4 p.m, we are coming up with scholarship test. Whoever clears the scholarship test, we are going to provide the scholarship, our Parivartan batch, very privileged, highly rated, respectable prelims cum mains batch, we are providing free of cost. We are providing free of cost. The first person, the first ranker will be getting. The second, third, and the remaining people will be getting. Yes, be ready for the challenge of the scholarship test. Next Sunday. All the details after the class I will be providing in the message box. In the message box, I will be providing the link. You can Google form, you can fill the Google form, and all the information will be provided to your email ID. Whoever fills the Google form, the Google form will be provided in the message box at the end of the session. And this is our Parivartan batch. And the question paper is prepared by our team. Starting me, I will be teaching. Vishnuvardhan will be teaching Indian polity and governance. Vamshi Krishna will be teaching society and environment. And Arpita Roy from Sri Ram's College and an educator, she will be teaching international relations. Rasool will be teaching the history. And Spuran Reddy will be teaching the economy. Himabindu madam will be taking the history to Vijay geography. Mithun CSAT English. And Jay Prakash Rao, IRS officer retired, he will be teaching the ethics. And Prasanna IRDS officer also will be taking some of the important topics of science and technology. Sweden will be taking the science and technology, and Anjanilu will be taking the CSAT, reasoning and quantitative aptitude. This is the total team which we will be teaching in prelims cum mains batch. This is the introduction. And he is a ranker and he is an already IRS officer. And all are having their own credibility with respect to civil services. These all are having a civil services background. What is Parivartan? What is this general studies batch all about? What is this general studies batch Parivartan all about? Parivartan 2020, 2022, for the next year we are going to train the students. General studies complete, total, prelims cum mains batch starting from July 4th. July 4th, yes. June 28th we will be having orientation class. Some free classes will be provided. Then July 4th, the original batch will be starting from July 4th. General Studies Parivartan 2021, from foundation to advanced. From very beginner. From NCERT to the advanced stage we will be starting. That's why it is called as foundation to advanced batch. Integrated GS batch. Single batch, high focus. Only one batch we will be having. And high focus batch we will be having. Online is available, online and offline. Handhold approach, I am going to take the challenge. As a team, we are going to take the challenge. Focus on, high focus will be on average students. Trusted and reliable mentorship. Yes, here, if you see the Byju's or any platform, everywhere, the person who wrote the mains will be the mentor. No, here the teachers are the mentors. We will be giving the phone numbers of the teachers who are teaching. Those teachers will be the mentors, which is nowhere available. Responsibility, accountability to our students. Every week we will be taking the reviews from our students. One-stop solution, complete prelims cum main general studies batch. 8 months course, daily 5 hours. Daily 5 hours of classes, 8 months of teaching classes will be there. 2 months of rigorous tests. 2 months of rigorous tests for the prelims 2022. Fully dedicated and committed faculty. Total, see, 1,000 hours of classroom. Nowhere in India teaches 1,000 classroom hours. Only not dictating the class notes. Class notes will be provided in the form of PDF. Only classes, only teaching will be 1,000 hours. Complete schedule of 1,000 hours, 8 months will be provided on the first day of Parivartan batch. On the first day. We thought on the first day, but 15th of June, we are going to give the schedule of the total 8 months classes. Which class, when, which class, when, which exam, which Sunday, which exam, everything. 8 months calendar will be with you. With that, everyday prelims MCQ test every day. Every day. Under our app, you will be getting the MCQ test. Every Sunday, regular mains test. Every Sunday, a mains test will be there. Daily answer writing practice also will be given. Daily one question will be given and will be evaluated by the mentors, by me. Answer writing practice. For the topper in the weekly test, prizes will be given for motivation. Yes. For the motivation, every week which we are going to keep the test on every Sunday, we are going to provide the prizes just for motivation. So that next Sunday, other students will be competing so that they will be performing well. Every Saturday, personality development class, group discussion on current issues and social issues will be there. Means what? Every Saturday, after completion of 5 hours of class, I will take one issue, like COVID issue, like Indian economy issue, or like child marriage or child labor. So one topic will be taken and the discussion will be happening in the Zoom class of online, offline in the classroom environment. So I will be taking the opinions. I will be giving the final conclusion. So personality development will happen and the stage fear will be reduced. Extra we are going to take care about our students. Apart from this, with the permission from management for offline students, online accessibility will be also provided. For online students, recorded videos, yes. My dear students, the recorded videos of all the classes, live classes, plus recorded videos will be provided for 2 years. For 2 years, you will be having the accessibility of our recorded videos. You can enjoy the recorded videos. For the 2 years, it will be the dashboard. For 2 years, you can watch your classes. Anytime, any doubt, you can just open it and again you can review it. And any doubt, anyhow, I am there. You can directly call me. Daily, weekly and monthly current affairs modules will be provided. Daily Hindu newspaper will be provided by us. Daily newspaper analysis classes will also happen. Regular seminars by successful rankers and senior IAS officers will be provided on regular basis. Yes. So that you will be continuously motivated, so that you will not stop your journey. Artificial intelligence based performance analysis on our app. Our app is having artificial intelligence based features which will help you to analyze with the other students. So where you are performing, what is your rank, those all things are there in our app. Value added material will be provided frequently subject wise. Essay writing sessions and toppers will be rewarded. Yes. Our mentors are available for doubts clearing 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Our mentors means our teachers. And I am available 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in any cost. You can take my word. Limited batch, I am telling you, this is a limited batch. Most important, cheapest in India and highest quality on par with Delhi Institute, not with Hyderabad or not with Bangalore. We are competing with the Delhi institutes. You know, the cost is prelims cum mains, no hidden charges, 85,000. And prelims cum mains 95,000. In Delhi it is 1,70,000. In Hyderabad it is 1,20,000 only for prelims cum mains, but we are 85,000. But because of COVID times, we thought that we have to help the students, and we came up with 10,000 off. We came with 10,000 off. So yes, so the online is 85,000 minus 10,000, it is 75,000 only. 1,000 plus hours, limited seats, free interview guidance, free prelims and mains test series will be provided, complete NCERT and standard books, most important. Complete NCERT and standard books will be provided by us. It will be parceled to you. It will be posted to you. No need to buy a single book. We will be providing. So it's almost like a not for profit. We want to show that, yes, in the very first attempt also, you can crack the examination when there is a very good mentorship team. What we are giving to our Parivartan students. So for our GS prelims cum main students, what we are giving? Daily Hindu newspaper will be provided. One college bag will be provided. One academic planner will be provided. Complete NCERT books, complete standard books. Stationery articles also will be provided to our students. So no need to buy. What we are covering for prelims, complete general studies, complete CSAT, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, ethics also, essay paper also, complete current affairs on daily basis, interview guidance. So everything we are good. Not a single topic of mains, interview, prelims will be left. And I am available for you for any review, for any feedback, for any complaint. This is our, yes. Apart from that also, anthropology optional batch is going to start from June 28th. The new batch, new content batch is going to start from anthropology. As you know that I am one of the best teacher in anthropology. So yes, my dear students, any doubts, you can ask me now. Yes, please. Any doubts, please? Anyone? Yes, Kiran Kumar Reddy. Any doubts? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Please. Brahmateja, ask me.
सर एक्चुअली मैं डिग्री थर्ड ईयर कर रही हूँ इंजीनियरिंग, तो मैं यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन भी साथ साथ में कर रही हूँ, तो मुझे थोड़ी सी टिप्स चाहिए आपके पास से कि अभी मैं बेसिक में तो एनसीईआरटी 6th स्टैंडर्ड से बुक्स रीड करना चालू किया है, साथ साथ में थोड़ा सा जनरल स्टडीज कर रही हूँ, डेली न्यूज पढ़ती हूँ, और अगर कुछ इम्प्रूव करने के लिए कुछ साथ में कर सकते हैं क्या?
आप कहाँ से बात कर रहे हो?
मैं गुजरात सूरत से.
Yes. So one of the student called Deval Vyas is asking that she is preparing, she is in 3rd year. So how to prepare NCERT books? So the answer is, when you are in the 2nd year or 3rd year, I recommend you people to do NCERT books. parallelly get some awareness on optional which you are going to take. So by the time of you are coming out of the graduation, you should have the command over the NCERT books, so that directly you can enter into the preparation of civil services with standard books. So in the final year students, you complete your NCERT, get understanding of the optional, and after completion of the graduation, directly start reading the standard books and your optional, and by the time prelims will come, so you can clear the prelims as well as mains also. So important is, by completion of graduation, complete your NCERTs and get awareness about your option. Yes.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Sir.
Yes. What is your name? Srishti.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Srishti.
Sir, recently I have completed my 12th CBSE boards. Sir, now I will going to start my preparation for UPSC.
Okay.
But sir, the thing is that what degree would I have to choose?
Okay.
So, sir, sometimes I thought that let's take BA, and sometimes I thought let's do BA plus LLB as well. So, sir, would it be better to do BA LLB together? My basic doubt is if I will pursue LLB together, so would LLB help me in UPSC preparation?
Very good. I got it, Srishti. I will answer it. So the answer of Srishti, she is asking, she completed 10 plus 2, means 12 plus 12th class she completed. So what she want to pursue after 10 plus 2 in the graduation? Answer is, LLB is a very good idea. BA plus LLB is a very good idea. But you will take 5 years. It will take 5 years. BA LLB course is for 5 years. So to get your graduation plus your LLB degree, you have to wait for 5 years. So if you are ready to wait for 5 years, then 100% BA and LLB is good. Why? Because you will get the graduation degree as well as LLB degree. And that LLB knowledge will be useful for your political science, polity, and the subjects of UPSC. But if you are determined that, yes, I want to clear the civil services immediately after my graduation, then go only for BA, which might be geography, which might be history, which might be anthropological sciences, any subject you can take. So if you want to wait for 5 years, then you go for BA LLB. No, sir, if I want to get the rank very quickly after my graduation, then go for only BA. Yes, Harsha Mitra.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, how your Parivartan batch is useful for working professionals, sir?
Very good. I got it. So see, Harsha Mitra is asking the question that how this general studies Parivartan prelims cum mains, complete prelims cum mains batch is useful for working professionals. Very good. See, when we go to an offline classes, so we are restricted. In this classroom hours only we have to get, once we missed the class means we missed the class. Whereas when we go to online classes, so when we go to the online classes, they will teach in the online classes, they will not give the recorded video. So compulsory you have to attend it. Sometimes if they provide the recorded video also, it will be only for limited time. But here, if you attend the live class, good. If you don't attend the live class, you will be provided with the recorded videos validity of 2 years. Till 2 years, it will be present in your dashboard, and any time it will be useful for you. Then you can ask me one question, sir, the same thing is provided by other platforms also. Other platforms also, they are providing recorded videos, sir, then what is useful? Here, the teacher is available. You can call the teacher for any doubts. You can just take a message and you can call the teacher and you can get all your doubts clarified. That is the benefit at our GS Parivartan. Yes. Got it? Yes, another doubt? Brahmateja?
What are the timings of Parivartan batch of online classes, sir?
2 to 7 p.m. Daily 2 to 7 p.m. 5 hours of classes will be there. 2 to 7 p.m. Afternoon 2 to 7 p.m. Yes, Nandini?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nandini.
Sir, I had a doubt that is there from the 11th standard only I want to prepare for UPSC. So is there which group I have to choose for better education and which will be useful for UPSC?
I got it, Nandini. I will answer you. So she is 10 plus 1. So she want to prepare for civil services now itself. Understand the seniors. See, the children are coming up to prepare for civil services. You have to be very strong. So see, Very good. So you are empowered from the 10+1. If you are very determined that you want to crack the civil services, my recommendation is take HEC, HEC or CEC, CEC or HEC. After that, go for graduation, BA, public administration or geography or polity, you can take any of those. But if you want a safe, no sir, in graduation level, I will take BA, polity or public administration or geography. Then I recommend you BA MPC you take or BA BIPC you take, so that at your school college level you will be having the maths background which will be useful for CSAT, or else your science background which will be useful for some of the options like anthropology optional or any other option. So it depends upon you how much you are determined to clear the examination. So if you are strongly determined that any cost in the first attempt at the age of 21 I want to become an IAS officer, means 10+1, 10+2, CEC, BA, geography, history is your course. Yes.
Sir, we know that in the NCERT, we have to read the polity, history and geography. But is it necessary to read the science and mathematics also?
No, it is not necessary, Nandini. Basic understanding. Why? Because in general studies prelims and in main science and technology, some basic science oriented topics will be there. Those basic science oriented topics anyhow you will be doing at the time of preparation. Civil services full-time preparation when you are doing, at that time you will be doing. But anyhow, basic foundation should be there, like what is electrons, what is neutrons, what is protons, that basic knowledge should be. Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Faiza?
Sir, I'm from BSc second year, sir. Like I'm pursuing MPCS. I'm completely from science background and maths background. I'm interested to do this civil service. So will it be very tough, or
No, I told you.
compared to others, will it be very tough?
No, very good, Faiza. I got it on doubt. See, Faiza, her question is whether preparing civil services is tough. It's hard. As I told you, it's impossible. No, my dear students. When you have the determination, when you have the commitment, when you have a wrong teacher, when you have a good mentor, then 100%. If you have a wrong teacher, finish, you cannot do it. It will become hard, tough. But when you have a good teacher, when you have a good mentor, when you have a good people who are guiding you, then exam will be very easy. As you are 10 degree second year, she is telling that. So degree second year and degree final year students, I recommend you from now itself you start reading. Now itself you start preparing for civil services. With NCERT also start your standard books. By the age 21 years you can write the examination and you can clear the examination in the very first attempt itself. Very rare case, but you can be an example. Yes.
Hello, sir. Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Vikas. Yes. What is your name? Vikas.
Vikas, sir.
Vikas, please.
Sir, why the CSC is having these many GS papers, sir? Are they useful in services?
Okay. Very
How
good.
it will be useful for us in services?
Yeah. So Vikas Kumar is asking that why GS1, GS2, GS3 is necessary. Yes, very good. See, Indian civil services is defined as generalist service, not specialist. Generalist service. Specialist means scientist is a specialist. But IAS officer is generalist who have knowledge on all the subjects like disaster management, internal security, geography, polity, economy, history. So he is a generalist. As Indian civil services is aspiring for a generalist, you need to have the knowledge on all the subjects. So general studies is very elaborate. General studies is very long. Got it?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So I just want to know, can I start preparing for civil service exam in my first year of BSc or not?
Yes. So Neha, her question is whether to prepare in the BSc first year. This is the right time. It's a very right time and very right question at the right to the right person. Why? If you prepare from BSc first year, by the time you complete the BSc first year, you will be strong on the fundamentals. BSc second year, you will be entering into the standard books. And in the BSc 3, you will be doing your writing practice, proper writing practice, you will be doing answer writing practices, you will be doing. So you are accurate. So by the time you come out of your graduation, you will be well prepared to write this UPSC CSC examination. This is the right time You have to start. Already you made some late, you start now.
Sir, I have heard from many of the people that with BSc you cannot cope up with UPSC in first year, that is. So I just want to clear my doubt on this.
No, Neha, no. BSc, no, BTech students are clearing. BSc is little bit easy than BTech. You can do, Neha. Don't worry. Compulsory you can do. It's all your self-confidence. Don't tell what others are telling. Think about what is your heart is telling. That's it. Yes.
Sir, why
Hello,
one
sir.
should
Sir,
Yes, Yashwant.
sir, why one should opt anthropology UPSC? Most of the people say anthropology is more scoring. So can you please explain why anthropology? Why not why most of the people recommend anthropology in civil services?
Yes. So Yashwant is asking that, sir, why anthropology is recommendable optional? Why one should take anthropology as the optional? Very good question. So as Vikas also told that GS is very elaborate. Anthropology is useful as an optional. Why? Because in general studies 1, Indian society module will be covered in anthropology optional. In general studies 2, some parts of Indian governance will be covered. In general studies 3, some parts of internal security will be covered. In GS4 ethics, a lot of tribal examples will be getting to write the ethical answer. And in your general essay 2020 mains question, there is a question on culture and civilization, which we will be learning in anthropology. And anthropology is a limited and concise syllabus where the questions will be direct, pinpoint. And the reading will be 80% static and 20% dynamic. So 80% is static, so it will be make easy for the average students to write a very good answer. Why? Because finally it's all about how we are writing in the final examination. And the questions in the examination hall will not be round tripping like any other options. Very complex questions will not be there. Direct questions. What are different types of marriages? What are different types of families? And the most important thing is anthropology is more interested topic. It's interest generation topic. Why? Because you will be knowing about yourself, like what is culture, what is civilization, how many types of marriages are there, how many types of families are there, how many types of economic systems are there, what you know in your daily life. The same thing you will be doing in your anthropology optional also. Tribal problems, farmer problems, rural problems, caste system. So which we will be observing in our daily life, that will be the syllabus for the anthropology. So that is the reason anthropology optional is more recommended. Others, please.
Hello.
Between how we write answers in general studies and in the optional paper, especially anthropology, sir.
Very good. So there
Is there any way of difference, sir?
What is your name?
Sir, Khomdev.
Yes, Khomdev asked one question, very interesting question. Sir, what is the difference between answer writing of a general studies and answer writing of an anthropology optional or any optional? See, optional means specialization. Optional means expert orientation. Expert study should be there for the optional. Whereas general studies means, yes, if you know any topic, for every topic, if you make 5 points in your hand, 5 to 6 points are there in your hand, those 5 to 6 points, if you arrange properly in the examination hall, finish, your GS answer has been completed. A one best way structure will be there. One best way structure aapke paas hai. For example, there is a question on earthquake, there is a question on tsunami, or there is a question on National Investigation Agency, there is a question on research analysis wing, or there is a question on anti-defection law, or there is a question on physical deficit. So for every topic, if you have 5 to 6 points ready-made, if you remember or if you have the knowledge on the 6 points of every topic, yes, if you write those topics in a proper arranged manner, you will get, that is the answer writing for general studies. But anthropology is specific, and any optional general, there will be structure for every answer. You need to have a proper structure. You need to have a proper analysis, introduction, body, conclusion. So proper structure need to be maintained for the optional. That is the reason there should be a lot of answer writing for optional when compared to general studies. When compared to general studies, lot of answer writing practice should be there for optional, and essay practice should be there for essay paper. And for ethics paper, how we are articulating in the paper, skill is required for the ethics paper. In this way, GS 1, 2, 3 talks about whether you have the information enough. Essay paper, ethics paper, skill. Essay paper, practice. And optional, practice. How best your answer writing you are doing. In this way, it will be categorized. Khomdev?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Madhuri?
I had
Sir.
सर एक्चुअली आप स्टार्टिंग में बोले थे ना सर जीएस स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट रहता बोल के.
Yes.
Sir, what will be the questions related, sir? I mean,
Yes.
pattern or
The pattern for the scholar, very good question, Neha Madhuri. The question is about, the question paper is all about how the GS prelims question paper will be there. In the same format, the question paper will be. In the same format, the question paper will be there. 100 MCQs will be there. Every one MCQ correct, you will get 2 marks. One wrong MCQ, it will be 0.33%, means 0.66 marks will be deducted from the answers which are correct. So GS prelims format, how means 100 into 2, 200 marks, 100 MCQs, 100 MCQs, negative marking is there. How many negative, you write how many marks you get from that 0.33 marks will be deducted and net marks will be getting. For example, 100 is a question paper. You attempted 60. You attempted 60. Only 50 are correct. 10 are wrong. So 50 into 2, 100 you got. But 10 are wrong. 10 are wrong. 10 into 0.66 means 6.10 into 0.66. So from the 100 which you got, this negative marking will be removed. This negative marking will be removed. So the net how much you are getting, that is your net score. The net how much you are scoring, that is negative score. That means, for example, if it is there, 10 are there. For every one, 0.66 will be deducted. If 0.66 is deducted, means how many? 6.66. So net you are going to get 93.33. This is the net mark. But originally you got 100, but because of 10 becoming wrong, the net marks you got is 93. Got it?
sir?
Hello,
Sir,
sir.
good evening. I had finished my 10th standard. I wish to choose humanities in my higher secondary education and economics for my graduation. So how should I prepare for UPSC examination from now on?
Yes, you complete your NCERTs. In 10+1 and 10+2, you complete your NCERTs. And entering into the graduation, you directly go with the textbooks, standard textbooks. By the time you complete your graduation, you will be having a lot of knowledge of the UPSC syllabus.
Sir?
Like that. Yes, Kavya?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kavya. Yes, go
Sir,
on,
am
Kavya.
I
Yes,
audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, I am from arts background.
Okay.
I'm intermediate. I'm studying in Civils Integrated Academy.
Okay, okay.
Right now, I am in BA second year, sir.
BA second year, okay.
Sir, I'm interested in history.
Okay.
I like it a lot. Will it be useful for my optional, sir?
Yes, it will be 100% useful for your optional. Why? Because history is covered in all the subjects. It will be there in your, yes.
Sir?
Yes. 1 minute. So see everyone, history is useful. Yes, history is there in the anthropology also. History is there in the history optional. 100% history will be helpful, ma'am. Yes, others.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, Nitish Kumar Rajnish, boliye.
Yes, sir. Sir, as you have said, this Parivartan batch is prelims and mains.
Yes.
So, sir, preparation would be together. We will be doing the preparation for prelims and mains together from the starting, sir.
Very
or
good.
after prelims, sir, we will start for mains, sir.
Very good question. So the question is, how we are going to do this prelims come mains batch? See, for example, I will tell you. If I am teaching about fundamental rights, so when we are teaching fundamental rights, we will explain the concept. Total fundamental rights concept will be explained. After the completion of the fundamental rights concept, the teacher will explain this is the prelims type of questions which we can expect from this topic. These are the mains type of questions which we can expect from the mains examination. So for mains examination, this topic should have this points. This is the approach to write an answer. These are the points which need to be covered from the same topic. Whereas prelims point of view, this is the fundamental rights. For this fundamental right unit, this is the previous question. This way we can expect the question. So for every topic, prelims point of view and mains point of view, we cannot separate, and we should not separate also prelims and mains. Both are integrated. Every topic prelims, every topic mains. Integrated approach is necessary. That integrated approach we are going to follow in this GS Parivartan batch.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Varuneshwaran.
Well, commerce group, sir. What measures should I take from now, sir, to crack the exam? I read newspapers every day.
Which year? Which year?
Do, sir.
Which year?
Completed 11th, sir. Completed 11th standard, going to 12th standard.
Okay. So now itself you have to start NCERT. After completion of NCERT, take the standard books. What are the books in our YouTube channel, Vishnu IAS Academy YouTube channel? What are the book list? Every book list information is there. You can watch that video and get the book list and you can prepare.
So when you will start your offline batches?
Offline batch will start after this COVID, but mostly in the month of July 1st itself.
So where is your headquarter or where is the
Hyderabad.
location of institute?
Hyderabad.
Oh,
Hyderabad.
okay.
Hello sir, my name is Suryadeep Singh Sarvaiya from Gujarat.
Okay.
सर मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ कि अभी मेरा 12th खत्म हो गया और मैं BA एक्सटर्नल करना चाहता हूँ.
ओके.
और BA एक्सटर्नल के साथ UPSC की प्रिपरेशन करना चाहता हूँ, तो आपके हिसाब से मुझे किस तरह से अपनी UPSC की प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करनी चाहिए?
Yes, see, I understood. See, listen, the question is about he is completing this 10+2. So how he need to prepare for graduation? Now, nothing. Don't take much risk. Take NCERT books. First year, complete the NCERT books. Second year, get a very good mentor. Do standard books with the mentor. In the third year, start writing answers, answer writing practice. At the time in the last year itself, final year itself, attempt the civil services examination if you cross 21 years. If not, after the graduation, next year itself, sit for a full time, do full-time classes, full-time preparation, and attempt the examination. 100% you will be coming out with flying colors. Yes.
So will college matters
Good
for
evening,
UPSC?
No, not college will not matter.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. What is your name?
Yash Tripathi.
Yes, Tripathi ji, boliye.
Yes, sir, now I have passed in class 10. So, what should I study to make my base strong till graduation? What should I study?
Yes, I got it. So now first beginning with NCERT for 10+1 and 10+2 and in the BSc or BA first year also. Second year people, you start reading the standard books, start preparing in the UPSC format, and in the final year of degree, go for answer writing practice. So that answer writing practice will be happening. So you will get the confidence immediately after the graduation, you can give your UPSC attempt.
Sir, hello.
Yes. Any doubts?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sure.
so I am from science background. So, in science, what should I read to make my base more stronger?
NCERT science book. It depends upon which option you are going to take.
Okay, so and so you told that on 13 June you are going to take that MCQ test. So
Yes.
I can also participate.
100%.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
Soumya?
sir.
Yes, Soumya, please.
Sir, I'm an engineering student.
Okay.
Shall I take the engineering subject as
Yes, very good. See,
optional?
Soumya, engineering optional also you can take, but the toughness is very high. The result percentage is very less, and the resources which are available are less. So because of these factors, I am telling that engineering is least advisable, least recommended.
Okay.
But if you are strong on engineering, you can take the engineering, but the result rate is very less.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Sairam, yes, Sairam.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sairam.
I am completed 10+1. I am a science student, sir.
Okay.
For UPSC next in degree, what I should take, sir?
BA, History and Geography you take. Yes, Pratyush Roy.
So good evening, sir. I am passed out from IIT Bombay 2020.
Very
So
good.
basically, I'm preparing for 2022, and my option is anthropology. So can you guide me, like should I complete all the main subject in this by ending of this 2021 and start freshly with the exclusively for prelims and starting of 2022? What should be the exact strategy?
See, listen, those who are going to attempt for 2022, this is already 6 months completed June. So next 6 months, you complete your general studies properly and a high command on anthropology. As your option is anthropology, high command on anthropology. Anthropology plus general studies main should be completed from Jan 1st onwards. From Jan 1st onwards, exclusively you have to sit for prelims and you have to crack the prelims. Then after cracking the prelims, you have to do answer writing practice by joining any test series for your optional and for your general studies, so that you will be all ready for your mains 2020. So from now to December 31st, 2021, you focus on general studies plus optional. Mains.
Sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, doing BA as a private and taking coachings for 3 years and then will engage in UPSC exam, would it be better?
It would be better. See, it might be any college, it is private or open degree, or any college, immaterial for UPSC. They just want a graduation degree, and you should clear your prelims, you should clear your mains. That's it. You will be going for the interview. Irrespective of your college, whether it is private or government or regular or open degree also, UPSC will not think about it. And this is a very good idea as well.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the BS exam clear there on the like
Others,
or
any
something.
doubts? Others who didn't ask the questions.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, Pradeep, good evening. Pradeep.
Hello.
Hello. Shraddha, yes, please.
Good evening, sir. Myself, Shraddha.
I'm unable to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, others. Our network is not correct. Others, any doubts?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Pursuing degree BCom, am I eligible for writing civil exams?
Yes. Shraddha, you are eligible to write the civil service examination. Yes, Pradeep Kumar.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Pradeep.
I am from Warangal district.
You are
Hello,
from?
Warangal district.
Okay.
I am now at BCom second year, BCom second year degree.
Okay.
Can I start with standard books
So I'm pursuing
I will start
BCom
NCERT?
second year, Sam.
I want to attempt in 1 year because I want to start with standard books, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Pradeep, one more time you repeat it.
Sir, I am at now BCom second year.
Okay.
I want to attempt in 1 year because I want to start with standard books.
Okay.
What can you prefer, sir?
Now you do
suggest?
NCERT. Now you do NCERT. The third year of your degrees, take the standard books. Go near a very good mentor. Prepare well. Do writing practice. Immediately after your graduation, give your attempt.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir. I've heard that IITians are able to clear UPSC more than other students. So how far is IIT going to help us in clearing UPSC?
No. IIT is not at all going to give any mileage. That is a wrong notion. IITs their students are more motivated. From their graduation itself, they are studying. That is the only reason. When they are in IIT, wait. When they are in IIT, they are preparing together with their friends, with their peer group. So because of which they started their preparation at the BTech third year and fourth year itself, as they are staying in the hostels with the peer group. So they are cracking immediately after the BTech. That is the only reason, not any other reasons. So it's not only for IITs or doctors also. It is for everyone who works hard, who studies hard, who commits, who dedicates himself for the UPSC examination. Compulsory, they are going to become the IAS officers.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, Afrin.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, which is the best way to achieve UPSC exam, sir, after completing 10th?
What is the best way?
To complete UPSC exam.
Yes, you have to, the best way is you should have a very good mentor. That is the foremost. Number two, you have to work hard. If these two things are matching, no, very rare combination. Very rare combination. If this combination is there, you had a very good mentor and you are committed. If these two are there, then compulsory you will crack the examination in the first attempt, or else in the worst case, second attempt, compulsory you will clear. But the requirement is a good mentor and you should be committed.
Sir, I'm saying about courses.
Yes.
Sir. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, I'm a graduate and I have a keen interest in cracking this exam, but I'm not sure how to start my preparation due to the pandemic and I have financial constraints too. So I feel really confused about my preparation. Can you guide me, sir?
Then compulsory I guide you, so you have financial constraint. Write the scholarship exam, work hard this 5 days, try to get first or second rank, you will be getting the free course. Now you study for this scholarship test.
Sir, how to prepare for scholarship test, sir? How to prepare for scholarship test, sir?
Yes, others who didn't ask the questions earlier.
So actually, I want to know about this test, sir. When it will
I
be
told you,
conducted and
Sunday is going to happen. So everyone after the class, please message to this number. You will be provided with the details of scholarship test.
So what is going to be the syllabus? What is going to be the syllabus for
Syllabus:
this
general
exam?
studies, prelims, history, economy, polity, and geography. This is what the syllabus is. Prelims, how the prelims examination will be there in the same format, the exam will be there. Easy question paper, not tough question.
It will be only objective type or any
Only
descriptive
objective
type?
type, only MCQs.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I hope everyone I answered your questions. So, yes, next time we will meet everyone. Afrin, boliye.
Sir, I have completed my graduation this year, sir.
Okay.
So how can I prepare at the very moment, sir, to I crack in the next year?
100%. Afrin, आप जैसे उनके लिए, for you people, this GS Parivartan is very helpful. We are ready to help you. We will make you to crack the 2022. If you work, if you are committed, this batch will be very useful. Start with NCERTs, then go to specialized books, do writing practice, do test, prelims tests and mains tests. Then 100% in the very first attempt itself you can clear. If not, the second attempt will be the compulsory. But you have to work hard.
Sir, I am studying BSc Horticulture, sir. Which optional subject is related to horticulture, sir?
See, horticulture, 2 subjects are related. 3 subjects are related. One is agriculture, other is anthropology, other is biology. In anthropology also some science elements are there. So you can take agriculture or anthropology or biology. From this you can choose anything.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, all the best. Thank you. So everyone write the scholarship test and clear with merit. Thank you.